Okay, everybody, so welcome back. This is Ian. It's the 13th of June, 2022, and welcome back to A Tiny Revolution. This is our brand new publishing platform and audio series where we look at all kinds of interesting and innovative ways you can 10x your output, your audience, your impact, and ultimately your income on a bootstrap budget. So we're looking here again at Buy Me a Coffee. This is the online software for course creators, authors, artists, makers, anyone who has a creative bent and wants to sell content using their really innovative suite of tools, and they're free, which makes Buy Me a Coffee a really good alternative to something like Podia or Teachable or Kajabi. A little bit less fully featured, but really for the purposes that we're using them, really, quite potent and powerful and really enjoyable to use. So I want to show you what I think is a game-changing feature that Buy Me a Coffee has recently rolled out, but I'm also going to give you a warning that I've learned the hard way over the last couple of days to avoid so you don't make the same mistake that I've made a number of times. And this is really for them to solve, not really for us as creators to be discussing. But the audio post is a fantastic no friction way of creating content and courses and restricted content, so you can actually gate or privatize your audio content using Buy Me a Coffee in a way that you really can't do easily with other tools or software. So you can't do this with Podia, you can't do this with Gumroad, you can't do this with Lemon Squeezy or any of those other, WooCommerce, any of those digital storefront sorts of tools. Buy Me a Coffee actually allows you to record audio either directly in your browser or, to my mind, an even more exciting option is recording with on your phone, right? So I tend to be very mobile, no pun intended. I'm around a lot in different places, and when I'm not home and able to create content using my MacBook or a desktop, I feel, like I'm not being productive, right? So having the ability to create content on the fly is really, really appealing to me. And especially creating audio content on the fly is really, really appealing to me. So I can be, on the subway, I can be out and about, I could be shopping, I could be running at the park, I could be in my backyard, and essentially using this record button on my phone, I can actually create lessons, ask me anything style episodes, and then publish them on my Buy Me a Coffee stream. Let's see if you can see that. I'm going to leave this page and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So we just actually started this. This is if you haven't been watching some of the other videos that I've done, we moved all of our content off of Podia about maybe a month and a half ago, and we now have two different types of content or courses. My content, which is mostly going to live here and is free, and we have more course-related content, which is going to be on the Pathwrite app, which is a really great LMS for teaching fuller courses, right? But if you go to the free content here, which I was sharing before, whether on YouTube or in Podia or in the Podia community. Now it's all available here on the stream. But what you'll see is these audio posts. So I don't know how many I have. Maybe there's only one. I thought I had more than that. Nonetheless, there's going to be a lot more of these coming. And the way that you do this is, and this is how you can tag everything in your Buy Me a Coffee stream, or your blog area for Buy Me a Coffee. You have the extras section. Again, I've covered this in other places, so I don't want to cover this so much here, but this is for your storefront products. They call these extras. You have a membership area, really fully featured, and this is free, which makes it a steal of a deal for a new creator. All right, let's go back into the dashboard and I'll show you what I just meant to show you, and I'm going to actually give you the warning here. So when if I hit this record button, and I can record all this content right here. That would be, let's say, a lesson or an Ask Me Anything episode, or a Q&A from the community or from a client, etc. And essentially, it formats it nicely with this little player, and then you can enter a title here. Right? When I say restrict, obviously that means you can make this available only to paid members. You can add show notes here, which is great for giving extra content to your supporters, to your readers, your subscribers. And by the way, if you're using one of these apps that I'm telling you about on the phone, like Noted or Tape a Call or those sorts of, or Tap Media is another one that I have on my phone, that all generate transcriptions. So you can actually take the audio and automatically get the transcription from the app and then paste that here, which is great for SEO purposes, and it gives a automatic show notes for the content, or audio notes that are extrapolated or extracted directly from the audio itself. If I go to next, they make you enter something here. It'll save the audio, and this will show up in my stream when I'm ready to publish it. Now, I don't want to publish it now because it's garbage audio that I'm just doing for demonstration purposes. All right, so here's the challenge. The challenge is, when I'm doing this on my phone, I've had several occasions already where I've recorded audio on my iPhone that has not posted. Now, their audio is in beta, this audio feature, which again I think is a game-changing feature to have in an online LMS that's free, that has all these other things built into it, like content restriction, memberships, Stripe-enabled payments, etc., etc. But I've done this now, I don't know, maybe 3 times where I've recorded something on the go that has it has that kind of death wheel spin, where it's just spinning and spinning and spinning, and it's never uploading, which is a problem because it's wasted time. So if I record something like this, where I'm already 7 minutes and 40 seconds into this, and this dumps out and I don't get the video, it's aggravating, right? I mean, it's annoying to put work in to something that doesn't actually get saved. So having done this now several times with Buy Me a Coffee, most of the time it's worked. So I've recorded, not we actually, as I mentioned in a previous video, created several Buy Me a Coffee accounts for different content. So mindfulness content is going in one place, entrepreneurial content for our Tiny Revolution content is going here, and then I have other content for therapists and some other stuff that, for clients, that we're creating separate accounts so that we're not mixing and matching our content, right, in a confusing way. So where people who are coming to learn a mindfulness-based meditation technique aren't hearing something like this, which is probably a turnoff, for those folks, right? So anyway, I've recorded several audios now that have not posted. The workaround right now is record the audios on one of the apps that I just mentioned. You could use Anchor, which doesn't have transcription. Anchor is now owned by Spotify, but you can use something like Tape a Call or Tap Media or Noted, which I really like, which generates a transcription. Paste the transcription here, the audio gets uploaded here, and then you have content that you can share with your audience. It's valuable, that actually builds your brand, builds your business, and is a content marketing on steroids sort of approach, because you can really record this stuff anywhere and build your entire platform on the fly. You could be at the beach, you could really be literally anywhere. I'm traveling this weekend coming up, and my work schedule is going to be normal because I'm recording content both for Buy Me a Coffee and for our Pathright community, which has some of the same features and functionality, and has the ability to create really full, robust courses, literally on a small screen. So I can use my iPhone and create a course with lessons and quizzes and all that sort of stuff, audio and video, using Pathright on the fly. Of course, Pathright also is much more expensive it's not free, so it has a premium price. So that's not really the right, solution for many people who are watching this. All right, so you can do all this again using Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to see this live, come visit our Buy Me a Coffee link, which I'll have below as I build this out over the summer. You can see all the ways that we're using this. And whether or not it makes money or not is really not the point so much. It would be nice to sell some services. But really, for the most part, I'm using Buy Me a Coffee as a free stream of content to replace other things that I've used in the past, like Podia free courses or even blog content that we have free courses. Like if you go to enlightenup.mindfulmarketplace.com, you'll see our membership site built on Ghost. Most likely going to keep that particular membership site, but over time, we're transitioning to a whole new business called a Tiny Revolution, which is this, but it's actually about tiny books. We're really writing tiny books for Amazon and then recruiting authors who want to be part of our community and write books with us. We have a Web3 NFT model where people who write books for us will get NFTs as ownership. It's going to be this community ownership model that I'm playing with, and essentially kind of revolutionizing the way that small, tiny books can be written in a fun, profitable, and quite accelerated way. So if you're interested in that as well, reach out to me, mindfulmarketplace@gmail.com, or on Twitter, and I'll have those links below. But if you're just interested in creating content like this, check out Buy Me a Coffee and check out our Buy Me a Coffee page to see exactly how I'm doing this in the real world. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Thank you so much, as always, for listening, and have a wonderful day.